everyone, it's Abby. We're finally at the last part of my husband's Regency outfit, the tailcoat. The process of making this coat is very involved, so I separated it into two parts. This is part 2. I've gotten a lot of the initial sewing done. This part starts with adding the inner pocket to the coat facing. So let's get sewing. I pin and hand stitch the pre-marked linen inner pocket along the edges of the pocket hole. I cut along the marked lines to open up the pocket. I push the pocket through to the inside. I press the pocket hole open. I stitch along the edge of the pocket hole to keep it together. I pin and hand stitch the wool facing to the other side of the linen pocket. I pin the other pocket piece to the pocket facing inside. I hand stitch around the whole pocket. I hand whip stitch around the edges of the pocket to seal the raw edges. I pin the lapel piece to the edge of the front facing. I pin the collar pieces together. I machine sew the lapel facing seam. I machine sew the collar seam. I press and trim the lapel facing seam. I press and trim the collar seam. I pin the facing along the top back seam. I machine sew that seam. I press and trim that seam. I pin the collar to the neck of the facing piece. I machine sew the collar seam. I press and trim the collar seam. I hand sew all the facing raw edges down using a whip stitch. It's time to pin the facing to the main coat. I lay the pieces right sides together and pin all along the edges. I machine sew the coat along the outer seams. I trim all those seams. I remove all the basting stitches. I turn the seams right side out. I press all along the edges of the coat. The one little piece of lapel is left raw. I hand sew along the edges of the small raw lapel piece to seal it. I try the coat on my husband at this point. I've put too much work in to change anything really, but I wanted to just make sure that I hadn't made a mistake. Thankfully it fit perfectly. I mark where the back tail buttons will go. I mark a curve with pins where the buttons will go along the front. I hand sew the buttons where I marked. I hand sew buttonholes where I need them. Not all buttons get buttonholes. I machine sew gathering threads along the top of the sleeve head for ease. I pin and machine sew the front and back sleeves together along the seams. I pin and machine sew the cuff pieces together along the side. I trim and press the cuff seams open. I trim and press the sleeve seams using a sleeve sausage. I pin and machine sew the cuff to the sleeve. I trim and press the cuff seam. I had hand sewn the raw edges of the sleeves and cuffs down off camera. I fold, pin, and machine sew the cuff along the edges. I trim those seams and turn right side out. I press the cuff seams. I hand sew the cuff down on the inside and also seal the raw edges with the crosshatch stitch. I pin the sleeve to the armhole of the coat, right sides together. Using the gathering threads, I ease the top of the sleeve head until it matches the armhole and pin. I machine sew the sleeves in. I press the sleeve seams, trying to steam out as much of the gathering as I can at the sleeve head. As you can see, it worked pretty well. I hand sew another line along the sleeve for extra security. I trim the sleeve seam. I hand whip stitch the raw edges of the sleeve seams. I hand sew the sleeve buttons and buttonholes. I machine sew gathering stitches along the top of the sleeve lining. I pin and machine sew the sleeve lining together. I pin and machine sew the main body optional lining together. I trim and press the body lining seams. I trim and press the sleeve lining seams. I press the raw edges of the sleeve lining up along the seam allowance. I pin the sleeve lining to the inside of the sleeves along both ends, gathering where needed. I hand sew the sleeve lining to the inside of the coat with a whip stitch. I pin the main body lining to the inside of the coat, folding under raw edges. I hand stitch the lining down to the inside of the coat. And there we go, a completed Regency men's tailcoat. Thank you for joining me today as I made the final part of my husband's Regency outfit, the wool tailcoat. I think the whole thing fit him really well. He looked great at the ball, and he was a good sport about the whole process. I did have fun dressing up in his outfit. I had a good giggle every time I edited myself in. It's the simple things, right? If you liked this video and want to see more sewing and costume videos, remember to subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Happy sewing! Come on up. Here, sit. Oh, give me some space. Hi, Bean. Can I get some space? Oh, okay. Here we go. Sit. There we go. This is my life. Full of puppies. I got no face. Do I, Bean? None whatsoever. Hi, Bean.